Hey everybody, this is the Cam Gamer. It's finally time, and about damn time I got to this. So, it's finally time to kick off Season 3 of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic with The Crystal Empire Part 1. So, our episode begins in Kerala, where we see Princess Celestia now suddenly doing princessy things, like signing papers, as one of the royal guards comes in and tells...
Yes, I am simply to tell you that it has returned.
Wait, you mean Tim Curry? Oh boy, are we going to see him do an over-the-top performance with him saying, "Do you have Prince Albert in a can? You do? Well, you better let the poor guy out."
Find Princess Cadence and Shining Light.
Yes, Your Highness.
So, yeah, what exactly is it? So she sends a letter to Princess Celestia, and we're not going to refer. After the theme song, we cut to Twilight, who is having an overacting because she thinks that Princess Celestia is going to give her a test. And to be honest, I'm actually, you know how like Twilight is always in this mood? I'm actually on the same rope whenever I have a test or a project at school.
I should make some flashcards. But I'm going to need you to quiz me on everything I've ever learned. Ever. That isn't going to be enough cards. Twilight, calm down. It's just a test.
And here's would be my usual reaction.
Just a test? Just a test? Princess Celestia wants to give me some kind of exam, and you're trying to tell me to calm down because it's just a test? Yes? I'd say she's handling things pretty well.
Considering how. So we come back to Kerala, where Princess Luna wants to join in on the action. Wait, what?
Princess Cadence and Shining Armor are already there. The others will be joining them soon. The Empire's magic is powerful. It cannot fall again, my sister.
Move over, Celestia! Let Luna take command on this one!
She will succeed at her task. And when she does, we'll know that she is that much closer to being ready.
So Twilight comes in and finds out that it's not an actual written
I don't
exam.
remember it ever existed at all.
What the hell is it?
Even my knowledge of the Empire is limited.
Wait, okay. I went too far, obviously. Okay, let's see what we missed.
Empire has returned.
And okay, I went too far, obviously. Okay, let's see what we missed.
The Crystal Empire has returned.
Oh, the Crystal Empire. That's what it is. So we get a pretty nice holographic image of the Crystal Empire.
Do know is that it contains a powerful magic. 1,000 years ago, King Sombra, a unicorn whose heart was black as night, took over the Crystal Empire.
Okay, I'm sure we all know about Prince or King Sombra, whatever the hell his title is, but I'm sure we all know about Sombra. He got to do much in the season premiere, and he's just basically like a cross between Scar from Lion King and Sauron from Lord of the Rings, where it just screams, "I'm a bad guy." How am I supposed to take this guy seriously? How?
Overthrown, turned to shadow, and vanished to the ice of the Arctic North.
And why didn't you finish him off?
For he was able to put a curse upon the Empire. A curse that caused it to vanish into thin air. If the Empire is filled with hope and love, those things are reflected across all of Equestria.
Of course, the show's theme is, whenever they show off magical rainbow colors, it's good! And if it's black or grayish colors, then that means it's evil!
Hatred and fear take hold.
The hell? I am curious about that. What is it? How does she know that? Guess what? It's never referred to again.
Empire? It is, as I said.
Okay. So Twilight leaves and... Oh my god. I freaking hate Daily Motion. I've already explained it, like, what, in the last review or 2 reviews ago? But either way, I hate using Daily Motion. Ugh. So Twilight heads outside and we get the infamous Twilight failure song.
Let me guess. You got a perfect score. A minus? B plus?
Spike, I don't think she's in the mood of answering. Why don't you go...
Handle any task, for I can do so many tricks.
And So we get the infamous Twilight failure song. I mean, I do enjoy, like, the animation throughout the song, but the lyrics are just kind of off-putting.
Levitation would have been a breeze. Facts and figures I recite with ease. The square root of 546 is 23.366642891009.
She is correct.
Okay, like, I just don't know what to say about the song, and Spike singing in the background does not help the song in any way. But I do like this scene with Pinky.
Not quite. We're going.
So the main 6 and Spike head off to the Crystal Empire. And of course it doesn't take long to meet up with Shining Armor again.
Twilight, you made it. We better get moving. There are things out here we really don't want to run into after dark.
How exactly are we going to know it's dark in the middle of a snowstorm?
Let's just say the Empire isn't the only thing that's returned.
Oh god, I think we know what this means.
Something keeps trying to get in. We think it's the Unicorn King who originally cursed the place.
You mean the guy that just screams, "I'm the bad guy"? I'm sorry, how am I supposed to take this seriously?
But Princess Celestia said I was being sent here to find a way to protect the Empire. If King Sombra can't get in, then it must already be protected.
We have to get to the Crystal Empire. Now!
So that... Okay, I know this is supposed to be... But I just can't get over the fact it's just the guy that screams, "I'm the bad guy." Like, how am I supposed to take this seriously? Okay, so... I can't focus with this guy. Okay, so Shining Armor tries to defend the main 6 as they manage to get inside onto the Crystal Empire. Which, I actually like the design of the Crystal Empire. But of course, Shining Armor manages to get in, but King Sombra manages to block out his magic. And I gotta admit, the design of the Crystal Empire looks beautiful. I wasn't expecting anything less from crystals, but it's just... Oh my god, why does this keep happening? Just as I'm about to say something positive, Daily Motion is just like, oh, I'm gonna put an advertisement in the little review just to... Like, that's about as far as I can go before it fucks out. And you just took the words right out of my mouth, Rarity.
Focus, Rarity. We're here to help Twilight. Not admire the scenery. I don't see what the big deal is. Just looks like another old castle to me. Oh. Another old... Have you lost your mind? Look at the magnificent face.
It was just a joke.
Very funny.
So apparently we cut this Cadence who's been putting them in the protection spell together, and they meet up again, and...
Sunshine, sunshine, ladybugs awake. Clap your hooves and do a little dance.
Are they seriously gonna do that every time they meet each other? Seriously?
One of these days, we need to get together when the fate of Equestria isn't hanging in the balance. Are you okay?
Cadence has been able to use her magic to spread love and light. That seems to be what is protecting it. But she hasn't slept. Barely eats.
Convenient.
I want to help her, but my protection spell has been countered by King Sombra.
Again, convenient.
It's all right, Charlie. I'm fine.
She's not fine. She can't go on like this forever. And if her magic were to fade, well, you saw what's out there waiting for that to happen.
That's why we're here.
Hang on.
Well, with Cadence putting all her strength into keeping her spell going, and me trying to keep an eye on signs of trouble in the Arctic,
Sorry.
I haven't been able to gather much information from
Alright.
Crystal pony! They're crystal ponies?
Is she seriously gonna gawk over everything in this place? Alright, so Twilight and her friends decide to try to gather information on the crystal ponies, but they seem to have some type of amnesia. Wow, he really is Sombra. Wow, Sombra really is Sauron from Lord of the Rings.
I don't want to remember anything about the time you ruled over us.
King Sombra's spell must be why their coats aren't crystalline.
Have we really been gone 1,000 years?
So that must mean that all the crystal ponies that were enslaved by Sombra must be like at least 1,000 years old.
It feels like it was just yesterday.
So wait, so what exactly had they been doing like 1,000 years ago? Like what, were they just treating it like normal lives before the Crystal Empire decides to show up
Anything.
at random?
Small thing.
Of course.
That was a total bust. Maybe the others are having bad...
So of course the other members of the main six try to get information with no luck.
I wish...
Me? Oh, hello. I was just...
But Pinky's intelligence is...
A spy!
I had to say no. Must have noticed my night vision goggles. Ooh, night vision.
I remember wearing night vision goggles once and I slammed into a pole. It was really painful. And Rarity's just gawking at the scenery.
Flip your name. It simply must create a rainbow of colors. Wouldn't that be just magnificent? Oh, sparkly.
I like how the ponies are just like, what the hell? Let's get out of here. So all the main six come back with pretty much nothing empty-handed
Nothing so far.
until Applejack...
Some kind of collective amnesia or something. Only thing I was able to get out of him was something about a library.
A library? Oh, why didn't you say so?
Thought I just did.
So they all head over to the library, and it's about the size of the library as the library from Avatar: The Last Airbender.
There are no...
May I help you?
You know, so they eventually find... What is up with Daily Motion today? Seriously, this is like the third advertisement in a row. Because it's like, again, it's like, oh, we're just gonna fucking interfere with you and bring in an advertisement just to waste time on you. And I can't get out of this. Okay, so they find the librarian and...
For a book.
We have plenty of those.
You do. You really do.
We're looking for a history book. Something that might tell us how the Empire might have protected itself from danger.
So, of course,
Yes, of course.
So they try to get information out of her, and of course, as you know, her acting is just as... Of course, since she is covered with the spell with amnesia, her acting is about as bland as a rice cake on wheat
I
toast.
can't seem to remember. I'm not sure I actually work here.
We'll just take a look around. I'm sure we can find...
Alright, long story short, they find the book, and they bring it over to Princess Cadence in shining armor to explain what to do.
The fair was held every year to renew the spirit of love and unity in the Empire so they could protect it from harm. My friends and I could put it together. Everything we need to know is in the book.
That sounds pretty promising.
We'll get started right away.
So they bring...
Spike, we've got a crystal fair to put together.
Does all the books that Spike carry around have to be that heavy that he always has to get strained? I don't know. The book doesn't look that heavy. And so we get ourselves yet another song.
Do it, but we need to work together. We have to get it right.
I mean,
We have to make them see. Save the crystal ponies with their history.
I mean, the lyrics of this song are fine and somewhat catchy, but I don't know. But there's just something that just doesn't. I mean, I do like the song. It's probably like just decent, but it is short and.
Oh, I could have done this without you. One last check to make sure everything is in place, and then the festivities can begin.
What's this thing for?
The last page of the book mentioned a crystal heart as the fairest centerpiece, so I used my magic to cut one out of a crystal block.
Nice work, Twi.
I smell foreshadowing.
Think we're ready to get this fair up and running.
Alright, so they managed to get all the crystal ponies inside, and all their clothes seem to glow, and they're curious.
Come on in, y'all. Got food and drinks that away. Games and crafts are that away. Crystal hearts in the back near the princess.
And even the crystal ponies are wondering about the crystal heart.
Totally nailed, right? Must be feeling a lot of love and unity about now.
Wow, Rainbow is really good on the subtlety.
Crystal Empire Bear.
And yes, I was being sarcastic.
What is with these ponies? Seeing all this,
And then this is where we get the true irony.
Of course you can't. The whole purpose of the Crystal Fair is to lift the spirits of the crystal ponies so the light within them can power the crystal heart so that the Empire can be protected. I do work at the library.
Yes, that is basically what we needed to know, right?
What's that about powering the heart? I just can't believe you found it. King Sombra said he'd hidden it away, where we would never see it again. I only hope it will still be as powerful after all these years. Funnel cake.
So, yes, if you got that definition, apparently the crystal heart actually exists, and apparently I think Bender said it himself.
The use of words expressing something other than their literal intention. Now that is irony.
So, Rainbow covers up the crystal, and they have to explain the situation to Twilight.
I didn't know it was an actual relic. The book didn't mention anything about the crystal ponies powering the heart. There was a page missing.
Again, Bender, if you may.
That is irony.
How did I not notice?
It's all right, Twilight.
So, Cadance passes out, and then...
Twilight.
and then the force field begins to fade, and of course the smog and evil stuff shows up, surrounding the Empire, and then the episode sort of stops. Okay, that was Crystal Empire Part 1, and I don't know about this one. And this is really don't know what to say. I mean, the animation, of course, is spectacular. Songs are decent for the most part. There's just really nothing much to say. Well, Samba tries to give off intimidation. You can't help but you can't take him seriously because of how many times I just say he's a bad guy and everything. And there's just so many comedic moments that actually work that I know that I skipped over. So it just kind of hold up, but when compared to like the previous two-parters, this is decent. I mean, not as great as Return to Harmony or the series premiere, but it's a good way to start. So as a whole, I give this one an A-. Well, Flick King Gamer, I'll see you guys in Part 2.